Hello, everyone. On today's podcast episode, I'm gonna rephrase, you know, I'm gonna rephrase my proof of God again. You know, the last episode that I made, I talked about God at the end, right? And I gave you a proof of God. Well, I want to give you a different proof of God because I stated before that if God exists, right, there'll be different ways to prove that God exists, right? And God, in the biblical sense, is an omnipresent, intelligent creator. The omnipresent, intelligent creator called Yahweh or God, right? Created everything from his own body. If he created everything from his own body, right, there'll be signs that the world is intelligent because he created the world out of his own intelligent body, right? He used his mind, he used his powers, he used his body, his omnipresent body to create the world, right? So what we need to look for in the world is an intelligent world. If the entire world is intelligent, it almost, it backs up the claim that, the entire world is part of God, right? Because God is omnipresent. God is the entire world. And just as it states in the Bible, everything comes from God. God is in everything and through everything. Meaning God is watching everything. God is the one that's governing the world. God's intelligence, God's awareness governs the world around us, controls the world around us, right? Here's proof that the world you live in is intelligent from a different standpoint. I have multiple ways to prove that God exists. This way I've talked about before, but I'm going to rephrase it, make it slower for you guys to understand it. So let's start with humans, right? Humans are intelligent, right? Most people claim, understand that humans are intelligent. What is a human being? A human being is a bundle of atoms. Your entire body are all atoms. Everything about you, is composed of atoms, right? So if humans are intelligent, when you say humans are intelligent, you're not really saying humans are intelligent. You're saying atoms are intelligent. It's not humans that create atoms. It's atoms that create human beings. It's atoms that create the whole world, right? Atoms make human beings intelligent. So if humans are intelligent, it means what? Atoms are intelligent. Because you can't have humans without atoms. You're not special. Your body is made up of the same atoms that you find everywhere else. The very atoms that you find on Earth is what makes up your body. So what does that mean? Your mind is a mind made out of atoms. Atoms, when you think, atoms are thinking. When you talk, atoms are talking. When you see, atoms are seeing. There's no difference between you and atoms. When you talk, atoms are talking. When you think, atoms are thinking. When you walk, atoms are walking. When you build a computer, atoms are building the computer. You understand? When you say the human being is intelligent, you're saying atoms are intelligent because there's no difference between the two of them. Without atoms, human beings disappear into thin air. So every time you say life is intelligent, you're automatically saying atoms are intelligent because there's no difference between the two of them, right? So if atoms are intelligent, it means you're saying the things that make up atoms are intelligent. Subatomic particles are intelligent. Because if atoms are intelligent, subatomic particles are intelligent. Because what makes up subatomic particles? So what makes up atoms? Subatomic particles, right? Subatomic particles are intelligent, and subatomic particles are intelligent. You can go on infinitely, but you see the pattern, right? Everything in this life is intelligent because atoms make up the whole world. The same atoms in your body that make you intelligent, right? Every time you think, atoms are the ones that are thinking. Every time you talk, atoms are talking. Every time you watch a movie, atoms are the ones watching the movie. Every time you draw on a piece of paper, atoms are the ones drawing on a piece of paper. Every time you dream, atoms are the ones dreaming. You understand? You and atoms are synonymous. There's no difference between the two of you. So if you're intelligent, guess what? Atoms must be intelligent. And if atoms are intelligent, the entire world that's filled with atoms are what? Intelligent. If you understand the basic makeup of atoms, you realize that all atoms have the same particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons. So there's not much difference between all atoms. It's just the different makeup of, the quantities of protons and and electrons that determine an atom. The quantities of electrons that determine, what an atom is. Whether it's iron, whether it's lead, whether it's water, water is not, is a compound, right? But whether it's oxygen, hydrogen, gold, silver, whichever atom it is, they're all composed of the same materials, protons, neutrons, and electrons. So what does that mean? There's not much difference between the two of them, between all of them, not much difference. So if we are intelligent, it means all these atoms that you see in the world are intelligent. Because every time you walk, atoms are the ones walking. Every time you go to school to learn, atoms are the ones learning. We keep forgetting that atoms are us and we are atoms. The entire world is a world governed by atoms. That means the entire world is a world governed by what? Intelligence. The entire world is intelligent. Because all we see are atoms. Right? And if you keep going down and down and down, when it comes to subatomic particles and subatomic particles, and you just keep going down, you find that at some point in time, there's a when it comes to quantum physics, distance no longer matters. There's no such thing as distant, in subatomic. When you start going lower and lower, you start to realize that distance is an illusion. Because atoms, subatomic particles can exist in multiple places at once. That tells you something. If subatomic particles can exist in multiple places at once, that tells you that distance no longer matters. The illusion of distance, the illusion of separation between atom and atom doesn't, only appears from our point of view. From a different point of view, we're all in one gradient. There's no such thing as distance. There's no such thing as separation. We're all one. So logic, implies that the entire world is one large, intelligent body. We are intelligent because the world around us is intelligent. The rules of the world work logically because only logical people can understand it. The rules of the world work logically, right? That means the world is a logical world. The world is an intelligent world. We live in an intelligent world. The rules of the world were created intelligently, logically. That's why our minds can understand it. That's why our atomic minds can understand it. Atoms create our world. Atoms are intelligent. We are intelligent because atoms are intelligent. Atoms are intelligent because the particles that make up the world around you are intelligent. Everything in this world is intelligent. It's governed by a large intelligent body, We're just small particles of, in a big, massive, intelligent body. And that intelligent body is what we call God. The world is omnipresent. God is omnipresent. The world is intelligent. God is intelligent. What's the difference between God and the world? Nothing. There's no difference between the two. God says, I am through you, I created you, and I am through you, and, and with you. God is inside us, outside of us. God is everything. God is all of us. God is the intelligent creator of this world. And he created this world out of his intelligent body. So the world exists intelligently because God is an intelligent being. You see intelligence all around you because the world was created by an intelligent being. You are intelligent because the world around you is intelligent. Because the world around you is part of a large intelligent being. Just because that intelligent being doesn't come down to tell you that I exist does not mean you can't use logic to realize that he exists. Just because your cells do not see your body does not mean you don't exist. Just because the tiny cells in your body do not see you as a whole does not mean you as a human being does not exist. Your entire body is made up of tiny little cells. Each cell lives its own life. It doesn't care that you exist or not. They live their own life just like you live your own life inside of God. You live and die just like your cells live and die. Without the slightest awareness that you're part of a large, intelligent body. It doesn't even cross your mind that you're inside the body of God. Just like it doesn't cross the mind of your cells that they're inside your body. They live their life and die, inside your body. This is how life works. We're just like God. And that's what it states in the Bible. We are, created in the image of God. God is one large, intelligent being. And within God, there are many, 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 many people. God is infinite and one. God is many and one at the same time. God is everything and one at the same time, right? We are many cells. Many cells create our bodies, yet we are one human being. One human is made up of what? Many cells. Many cells are made up of what? Many atoms. Many atoms are made up of what? Many subatomic particles. Many subatomic particles are made up of what? Many subatomic particles. It just goes on infinitely, just like God. We are made in the image of God, just like it states in the Bible. God is one and many. We are one and many. One human, many cells. One human, many atoms. One human, many subatomic particles. One God, many universes. One God, many planets. One God, many stars. One God, many creatures. One God, many humans. One God, many cells. One God, many atoms. One God, many subatomic particles. One God, many subatomic particles. So you see the difference, you see the resemblance between us and God. We're one and the same. We have the same makeup. God is everything and one at the same time. We are many and one at the same time. There's many of us, many cells make up one body. The entire world filled with countless universes and all that comes together to create one body, one God, one creator. That's why God is omnipresent. We're living inside the body of God, just like cells live inside our body. There's no difference between the two of us, except, the scale. As we live inside the body of God, the cells live inside our body. God is larger than us, so we don't see him. Just like we're larger than our cells, so our cells don't see us. Just like we're larger than atoms, so atoms don't see us. Atoms only see other atoms. They don't see the human being there. We only see planets and other human beings we don't see the God there. It's exactly the same thing. So that's it for today's podcast episode. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.